Ashtar. Alright, greetings. I just changed color. It's okay. Greetings, everyone. I'm still going on to Facebook, it seems, or everywhere, YouTube, somewhere. Alright, we're going to go back into the human consciousness channeling. I just do it consciously, easier. And then we're going to go into Ashtar again, and this is going to be a different type of. I'm going to do more of a trance connection with that. Feels like it's overdue. Let's put it that way. I got kind of a little bit of message on it, so we'll see what occurs. There's a story about Facebook that's always listening to you. Wow, what a surprise there. And Google, and I'm not sure if Apple is, but no surprise there, huh? As for Facebook, I mean, they're going to go up and down, but I don't think they're going to go away. They're part of, you say, the deep state, so I don't think they're going to be going anywhere anytime soon. They might go up and down, but that's normal also. So trust me, they can connect to what you're doing anyway, so just the way it is. Alright, so yeah, I'll probably keep this one a little bit short. It's been kind of a long night. It's kind of trying to keep my energy going. So those are new to all this, SimonTower.com. We have private sessions open this week. You can see, I have to figure this out one of these days, but this is the scheduler here to know about availability. There's also other places of purchase. I gotta get this scroll thing figured out. Google Hangouts, Zoom, channeling by phone, and Skype also. Skype is working so far as I can tell. We also have, I'm going to go into this eventually, but we also have the Jake comic, and you can get, well, you can go to the main site. Oh, I'm going to go into Jake a little bit later on. But issue 4 is it'll be done maybe next week. So of course it won't be available, but it'll be out. And we also have Oracle cards also. I haven't checked that in a long time, but we have 2 different stores. I haven't even checked the new store yet, but we have store number 2. That one seems to be the most popular, but store number 1 might work a little bit better if you're interested in this type of thing. We also have the shop and answer questions between 1 to 5 days or 10 days. So there's no guarantee of it. I mean, I'm at like a 10-day situation here, so I'm doing the best I can as we're catching up, but do what we can over here. I also have Spirit Social, and submit a question, past life regression, healing, a message from Yeshua Channel Consulting, and 5-minute healing. Also have other, yeah, one of these days I'm going to get this fixed. Do you think they would have this all kind of orderly, but maybe not. We have other spiritual connections also from other channelers and healers. I highly recommend. Oh yeah, if you want to support the site, we also have the Jake updates are here if you're interested in that. And we have the social network. And I tested this out and it does work. See, look at that. It's pretty funny. Now let's see if I can scroll to the other ones. Another story. Yeah, that was funny. I think we already went to the tools of healing and all that. Freaking cats. I don't know if we just got taken that. Yeah. Oh, okay. I finally got to see what that's hilarious. I did not see that info. That's awesome. I'm not sure if the link on this one's going to work. No, it's not. It just opens up the sign up. But this is the story on the about Facebook that's listening to everything. No surprise there. You can find that online somewhere. Love it. No surprise there. As we're going to the different dimensions. Yeah, it's Well, stuff will be opening up. You never know what happened to Facebook. I don't think it's going to go anywhere anytime soon, from what it seems. Well, I suppose they're about something with Trump, but I don't remember what it was. I guess it's not that important. Alright, so we're going to connect to human consciousness, and I guess we'll be connected to politics and Facebook. Alright, surrounded with light, positive energies. And when connecting to consciousness is like connecting to the main timeline. At least that's what I connect to. Somebody connect to. Not always get a definite, it's another way of connecting to future timelines, possibly. I don't know why the refurb of the Golden Gate Bridge came through, but okay. Obviously, that's going to be in the future. I would assume so. That was strange how they showed up. And let's see here. I'm not sure why that came up. As for Facebook, let's see, it has a lot of CIA ties around it. It has a lot of mind control connected to the deep state that's funneling money, so they use Facebook for funneling money. Big surprise there. They have their ways of doing it. Yeah, they have to find different methods. Also, they use it for stock market manipulation there through Facebook, and it's through messaging, stuff like that. Let's put it that way. Somewhere is involved with it. And right now, as Facebook's being manipulated, I believe there's more positive energies that are going into it, but also, let's see what else we got here. A lot of protected energies around it, meaning they don't want you to connect to it. It is part of the deep state for sure. Microsoft is, big companies, not all entirely. Other companies around, but major ones, but Facebook's definitely part of it. It sold itself out a long time ago. But as for a CEO change, there's a possibility that would come sooner than later. A possibility, as you might get pushed out. It's not in stone yet, but it's a possibility because of other pressure. Possibly. I'm not sure it'll be this year. It might be. It's not likely, but you never know. Doesn't seem like it, but it does seem like it's going to be coming more in the cards, as he's going to use his foundation, whatever it is, as an excuse to get out of it. So we'll see. He might hang in there, but I don't know. He doesn't like the attention, so it's hard to say at this time. There's a lot of AI technologies, and is this like a distraction of what's going on with Facebook in some regard, meaning it does seem like they're adding more AI technologies to it, actually. Because not many people are going to really... Yeah, they might leave, but they're most likely to come back. Some will, not all. But either way, majority are not going to leave. So it does seem like they're going to be adding more stuff to it. For more AI technologies. Maybe to stop the leak that happened recently, but is it going to stop people from listening? Probably not. I mean, how is anybody going to really know? Unlikely, and the government's not going to really connect to that very much. It's not likely. As for the politics that's going on with your government systems, I don't see any world wars. I do see a lot of peace, little by little. There's going to be scandals. That's what's going on with Trump and this sexual situation with his little girlfriends. They're going to put as much as they can under the table. Yes, some medias are going to blow it up as much as they can, but they're going to try and obviously bury it as much as they can. Payoffs possible. I don't think they're far from that at this time. It's unlikely now. But if it goes to court, they're going to try to do everything they can to keep it out of headlines, obviously. It's possible also that other females will come. It's just Bill Clinton all over again, isn't it? To some degree. So, at least it's not in the White House, but still, it's not doing him any favors. But I still think he's going to. It just still looks like he's a likely candidate and winning the next election, because we're way away from that. But a lot of people don't want to hear that either. But there's a lot of money being moved around in deep state, obviously, for future technologies. That has to go through robotics and space age. Space age stuff will occur 3 to 5 years. It will increase greatly, so we have some time for that. As for weather experiments, unfortunately, I do see earthquakes, obviously. Now, the ones that were done in Mexico last year were manufactured. That's what I get a clear hit on that. Now, how are you going to prove that? But either way, I think it was that one after the other. So some kind of drilling or something around those lines kicked it off, but either way, it was done man-made for the most part. Yeah, I just got another indication of that. So I don't know what they're doing, alien, deep state stuff, most likely. They're not going to make that easy to connect to. But it has to do with also satellite technology that's being worked on. Jeez. Because of the Mayan energies there, and just Mexico is a hotbed for ET environment. Shadow government stuff, human trafficking, you name it, it's there. The economy can actually be a lot better, but they manipulate and destroy it. So actually living can be a lot better there. There's so much government, I'm not saying anything new probably, but government corruption is all manufactured there. It can be very much like Canada, not perfect, but actually well-to-do. It's kind of a poor place, I believe, not entirely, but it's not exactly the best living conditions there. It's unfortunate, but it's a lot of the governments seem to sell themselves out a long time ago, from what it seems. Those that were for the people, it looks like no matter what, at least in the past, they had no choice. From what it looks like, it was going to be like a laboratory, and it still is. The United States is a laboratory also, but they need Mexico to cover stuff up to bring, human trafficking or whatever. They need it kind of like a third world country in some regard. Not to say the United States is much different. Let's see. Yeah, the oceans are well protected, of course, because of alien activity. They don't want us going to the oceans. Wonder why we're going to Mars and not to the moon, and why not going to the oceans. Pretty obvious. Also, because they don't want us there, because they don't want us finding what's there. They don't want to keep it. Obviously, going to the oceans and exploration is not exactly, not your average Joe can't do it, but it's off limits for a reason, just like the moon. So it's like sending out to Mars, yeah, sure. It's so bizarre. It's like sending people to Mars. I mean, yeah, I understand. We're kind of way away from that, but other way. It doesn't make any sense. Not supposed to. It's like you think at least we go to the moon, but we're not allowed there. You can eventually. They will open it up in some areas, it seems, but most of that might be manufactured and faked in the long run. So who knows? Anything is possible with that. There's a lot of zeta energies there, of course. Keep it off limits. There's a deep state. It's all over the place. But there's positive beings there, of course. Also, it's just not an easy. It's like the Wild West in some regard. As for Facebook, let's see. It's telling me. Let's see. This is the human consciousness energy I'm going into. Facebook will live another day. Does seem like Zuckerberg will be asked to step down. Probably already has that. But the pressure will be on where he can't handle it anymore. But might be a few years from that. As I say, it's not 100% at this time. As for what they're saying about Russia, Russia's going through a lot of KGB stuff. Obviously, they are doing some things they probably shouldn't be doing, but also there's a lot of sabotage there, meaning that KGB is being sold up, paid off also, it seems. They do things they shouldn't be doing, so there's not a lot of that. And China has a lot to do with that also. There's just a mixture of espionage. Of course, the United States, they're not letting me connect to that. As for Russia and the election, it seems to be more Asian connection than it is Russia, but they're just using Russia as a. If there's going to be anyone tampering, it's more China. It's not Russia. But that has to. It's just. We're not getting along with them. Obviously, I think it's getting better, but it's not doing great. And so I don't think Russia ever had anything to do with it. But. We have the media to cover everything up. There's not a whole lot of evidence about China, most likely, because they're using Russia as a target. But they're putting Russia's name on everything. But I believe it's more Asian. I believe it's more China. But China's government. It's not all the government. It's just a shadow version of it. So it's just manipulate. It's just games, basically. Keep us. They want us to keep our attention. They're doing. I'm not sure what's going on. They're not really saying. As for alien activity, that's always going to be up in the air. It's unlikely to be anything major happening anytime soon. Mostly summer, August, maybe sooner. I've seen August as a hot month. As for where or what is not being very clear. Going to also the CIA files that's all tampered with, that was released last year. Obviously, it's been all tampered with for good reason. Unlikely to do that anytime soon again. Russians are connected very much to the UFO information, obviously. They're keeping all of that secure. There is a lot of tall white energies, aliens in Russia and other places, but Russia is definitely a strong energy for tall white. There's a positive energy there. They say Russia is a high energy for sightings. Because they're kind of rebelling against all the other governments, so in a good way. So they're most likely to get at least sightings in the sky. Nothing major, but and there's frequent everywhere else. But Russia, I'm not sure if we even get that news here, but it seems to be Russia is a hot spot at this time. As for when and where, but I see the tall white energies. I normally don't see the tall whites, but in this case, I'm seeing their energies as they're assisting more knowledge to come through. Not to worry about the weather systems. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but nothing drastic is happening anytime soon. Of course, I'm connecting more to the politics at this time for human conscious connections. See, health. You're interesting with health, as they do work with. This is a new one. Insects for finding our health to diseases and not cure to diseases. You're using insects for that. I didn't know anything about that. So I'll have to look that one up. That's a new one for me. But there seems to be, I'm not sure if that's I imagine that's known, but seems to be not going to what exactly for health, but cure to diseases is all they're saying at this time. Some of the diseases that are created are actually done through monkeys. Big surprise there. And through rats also. Manufactured. Yes. Pigs too, of course. Cows, pigs seem to be more likely. At least when they create disease and give it to us. That seems to be where manufactured diseases. That's where they're coming from. A lot of it's done Egypt, they're saying. At least there's laboratories. Well, that's one of them at least. It says Egypt, so. Anything else at this time? So basically, this is like it's a little bit of everything. Yeah, the alien energies here. Yes, very concerned over the Amazon forests and other forests because they're being hit pretty hard by. That's not hitting the news that much because their mainstream media obviously has been sold out. The forests are under attack. This is nothing new, but they have a great amount of concern around it. There's actually a lot of Zeta energies around it, bringing assistance. They're regrowing Mother Nature where they're allowed to, at least. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's not hitting in the news about what's going on, which is nothing new there, but it's unfortunate. Let's see what else we have here. Nothing major at this time. One thing also connecting to the human conscious energies, there's different layers, there's different vibrations you can connect to. I'm just getting what's coming to me, what they're giving to me for it at this time. But not necessarily you'll see the future very clearly, but you never know what might come through. Yeah, the Golden Gate Bridge is kind of strange. I don't know what that was about. I'm going to stay out of that one. This is very bizarre. Well, there is a lot of alien activity in that area, as there is. But San Francisco is a big... you can see it has a lot of everything. alien activities and stuff like that. The big tech companies are over there, at least in that area. Not exactly that area, but in that vicinity. So it's kind of interesting. Alright, alright, we just get that one breaking. I'm going to keep this one kind of short. So, alright, we're going to do an Ashtar connection. Now, this is going to be an actual Ashtar command. Ashtar as Ashtar. I'm feeling energies around since yesterday after I had a connection. So, bring this in, see what we get. Bring enlightenment to humanity. More knowledge of insectoids will come through as it needs to be. See, it's Easter week, so things should be kind of slow, hopefully in a good way. So, you know, and at least news-wise. So, scandal is another story. Anything's possible for that. Yeah, who knows? Manufactured. Either way. As for the whistleblower that was connected to Facebook, probably conflicting energies around that. That might be manufactured too, but for a good reason. This stuff's it's like Facebook's being slightly sabotaged publicly, but still, they're still going to do it. So they might lose users and stuff, but they might be making it worse, actually, from what it feels like. So yeah, I'm not seeing nothing yet, you know. So make people feel sorry for them, stuff like that. So, all right, here we go. Blessings. Greetings to you. This is Ashtar, the Ashtar command. Yes, the Earth has been manipulated greatly by lower vibrational beings. Reptilians, for the most part, have been, mind manipulative beings on your planet. As for the human condition, humans are connecting more to their health, as many of you have seen, becoming more health conscious little by little. And yes, some are becoming more unhealthy due to the low vibrations. As yes, the reptilians realize that as humans go through the ascension process, they want humans to be less able to think clearly and be mobile also, so their foods are under attack at this time. But also the mental energies on your world are being hit heavily due to your ascension energies, as they're doing everything they can to slow it down. But as you are awakening to your vibration, most likely many of you will see reptilian energies around you as you're trying to keep the matrix grid going on. You might see glimpses of them or even heavy energies of them, as they are trying to keep this matrix energy continuing as you raise your vibrations and follow your heart. They are becoming less than likely to keep the control over you. Now this takes time, of course, but many of you are seeing, yes, the matrix energy is breaking down in some areas of your world. Russia is an area that is heavily protected, but also being allowed for alien contact. As for when that will in the coming years or even months, it is hard to say fully at this time. But they are getting contact more than ever before. It's just not made publicly. As for, yes, they're refusing the manipulations that's going on in other countries, such as the United States. It's a military vibration that is slowly being removed. Slowly. As humans are connecting more to their energy vibrations, yes, there will be a great amount of tests on your planet, unfortunately. Due to basically fear mongering. But from undisclosed places, though. As yes, they're going to basically, those that you view that are awakened most likely will not be affected, but those that are not are going to be basically felt very fearful. Not to say there'll be a world war, but basically they're trying to spoil the energies of your Earth by putting like black energy into your skies, basically. It basically makes humans feel defenseless, as they already feel like yes, they connect to anger and not love. And so the beings here are using that. As anger is constantly going on, as you see, is giving the lower energies more power. As you connect more with love, and humans will eventually connect to that when they allow it. More love will make the lower energies cease to even more. But many of you that are connecting more to the love energies will be able to see what is happening in due time. As for what is going on in your planet, details-wise, we can't go into full information, but what's going on in your Trump is, yes, some are trying to remove him from office, as you can see. So there's parties working with these sex workers, you can say, on pushing them. Now, they are not fully aware. So many have been pushed to go public just to ruin his reputation. Most likely it will not cause any difficulties, but it's all, yes, manufactured, but these individuals have no idea. As for what is going on as for your political group, most likely, yes, there's much have been, yes, the deep state wanted extra funding, so that's why I have a spending bill that makes no sense. The deep state is filling their pockets. Do not expect anything to change really in your military, because it's going to more of the deep state. So it's going to disappear eventually once it's fully approved. And expect more of these, because you cannot make everyone happy. Yes, you can say he's written his name in blood. He has no choice. There's no choice there. As if he does reject what is being brought to him, if no one reads it, now understand, someone has read that bill for your spending bill, and it's not your public Congress, it's your shadow Congress. So understand, it has been read very well. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're going to continue to do this. So realize also what truth is coming into your environment is, yes, things that don't make sense. You can say your shadow government is right there. Their name is written all over it, but of course they're not going to point fingers at themselves. Whatever does not make sense, what's going on in your news does not make sense, why certain stories are coming out at certain times, is all done and manufactured. Just in your Facebook, that is a guarded energy, but yes, that much also is part of your deep state. As they're doing all this for distractions at this time. To lower your Earth's vibration, and to continue the drama energies on your world. As with the whistleblower that happened with your NSA, your Facebook is no different. Not much changed. So realize that. It is the exact duplicate of that situation. It is slightly different, but not by not much. Just to understand. Realize your deep state knows exactly who is going to leak what. They know exactly what's going on. Nobody plays them for a fool. So realize nothing is done on a whistleblower energy that's concrete. And also, yes, this QAnon, that individual is already known. Is that connected to the deep state? No, but it is. The individual is known. Of course, they don't think that they're known, but they are. So they're allowing this, and they're allowing it. It's a fair game. You give one chess piece, you take away another one. So they're allowing humans to get a little bit of truth, but not exactly a full piece. Meaning that it is like false hope, you can say. It's written all over it. But it does get many hope, but it is still false hope around it. Not to say there is not hope, but to put hope into that is probably not the best idea. Give you, yes, that does not mean this is all just a losing game. Far from it. But what is being told to you is best to just leave it all alone. Connect to yourself. Allow your soul to open up. They cannot hold you, cannot capture you forever. As you connect to your true self, you do not let these manipulations come around anymore. They can no longer hold you down. Yes, they can manipulate messages as what's in your media. They cannot manipulate what's in you. They can attempt to, yes, but you can clear that out also if something does not feel right. Because you know when you're going to a higher vibration. You know when you're finding peace also. They can't control that. They can try to. But if you constantly bring positive energies into your vibration, they can't block that forever. They can attempt, yes. But they can't shut you down forever. So think of everyone here is like a lightning pole. I know it sounds strange, but you're all just activating yourselves. And yes, they might try to interfere. But as you allow continue light to come into your soul, that cannot be stopped. Blessings to you. This is Ashtar. Blessings always. Alright. Okay, much love everyone. Take care.